Imagine this, it's 2021. You're sitting in a meeting at Xiaomi headquarters in Beijing. You make smartphones, you make robotic vacuums, you make air purifiers, and someone stands up and says, you know what, let's build a car. And not just any car, a car that will compete with Porsche, a car that will scare Tesla, a car that will, within 2 years, become one of the most talked about vehicles on the planet. Sounds ridiculous, right? Well, fast forward to 2026. Xiaomi has delivered over 600,000 electric vehicles in just 22 months. 600,000. That's more than some traditional automakers sell in a decade, and they did it with just 2 models. Today, we're doing something different. We're going deep. Not just a quick look, a deep dive into 2 cars that represent maybe the most ambitious pivot in modern industrial history. This is the Xiaomi SU7, the sporty sedan that shocked the world. And this is the Xiaomi YU7, the SU5 that, in January 2026, became the best-selling electric vehicle in China. Yes, it outsold the Tesla Model Y. How did a phone company do this? Let's find out. Let's start with the one that started it all. The SU7. When this car first appeared in late 2023, the internet lost its mind. Why? Because it looked familiar. That low nose, those muscular fenders, the fastback roofline. People said it looked like a Porsche Taycan had a baby with a McLaren. And you know what? They weren't entirely wrong. But here's the thing. Inspiration is not the same as copying. Xiaomi hired designers from BMW and Mercedes. They knew what they were doing. The SU7 has a drag coefficient of just 0.195. To put that in perspective, that's one of the lowest numbers of any production car in history. Air just slides off this thing. That means efficiency. That means range. That means at highway speeds, this sedan is cutting through the wind like a hot knife through butter. The headlights are distinctive. Water drop is the design language. And on the facelift model for 2026, which started arriving in showrooms in February, they refined the front bumper, added new air intakes, and introduced this stunning color called Capri Blue. Open the door, and the first thing you notice is, it doesn't feel like a first attempt. It feels like a third-generation luxury car. The 2026 update brought some serious upgrades. The interior now has a midnight black option with contrast stitching that looks genuinely premium. The steering wheel was redesigned to match the newer YU7. The door cards, the dashboard stitching, all improved. But the real story is the screens. Xiaomi calls their operating system HyperOS. It's the same system that runs your phone, your watch, your TV, and now it runs your car. The integration is seamless. If you're already in the Xiaomi ecosystem, this feels like home. The center screen is massive and crisp. The instrument cluster is digital and configurable, and the head-up display projects everything you need onto the windshield. Under the hood of the technology, literally, is some serious computing power. The 2026 models now come with a processor delivering 700 TOPS of performance. That's trillion operations per second. And here's the kicker. Every single version now gets a LiDAR sensor. Not just the expensive one. Every version. That's how you democratize autonomy. Let's talk numbers because the SU7's numbers are... honestly, they're embarrassing for cars twice its price. The lineup now comes in 3 main flavors: Standard, Pro, and Max. The Standard and Pro versions used to run on 400-volt architecture. For 2026, they've been upgraded to 752 volts. The Max version, that runs on 897 volts, almost 900 volts. That's hypercar territory. Power output has increased across the board. The single motor versions now produce 320 horsepower, up from 299. The dual motor Max, 690 horsepower, 0 to 60. The Max does it in well under 4 seconds, somewhere around 2.8 seconds if you believe the claims. That's faster than a lot of things wearing Ferrari badges. Range. The Pro version now claims 902 kilometers on the CLTC cycle. Even accounting for optimistic Chinese testing, that's enormous. The Max offers 835 kilometers. And charging. Oh, the charging. Xiaomi claims the Max can add 670 kilometers of range in just 15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's a coffee break, not a charging stop. Here's something that shows the engineering underneath. In early 2026, Xiaomi took an SU7 Max to a test track in Yanqing, China. They wanted to prove something. They ran the car for 24 hours straight. Constant speed, constant punishment. They only stopped to charge. At the end of the day, the SU7 Max had covered 4,264 kilometers. That's a world record for production electric vehicles. The previous record held by the Xpeng P7 at 3,961 kilometers. Xiaomi beat it by over 300 kilometers. The car maintained a speed of 240 kilometers per hour during the runs. That's 150 miles per hour. For hours. And it didn't explode. That's engineering confidence. Now, let's talk about the car that's actually selling even better than the sedan. The YU7. If the SU7 is the sports car for enthusiasts, the YU7 is the car for everyone else. And by everyone else, I mean families, because this thing is huge. Dimensions: almost exactly 5 meters long, 2 meters wide, 1.6 meters tall, a wheelbase of 3 meters. That's larger than a Tesla Model Y. It's larger than a lot of things. The design language carries over from the SU7 but adapted for a taller body. The front end is more imposing. The hood is power domed. The headlights have that same water drop shape, but they sit higher, angrier. Look closely at the door handles. This is a neat detail. Most cars have handles that pop out. The YU7's handles tuck in. You press them, and they recess into the body, leaving a perfectly smooth surface. It's a small thing, but it shows they thought about airflow and aesthetics. The front trunk, the frunk, opens with a button located near the driver's door. Not inside the car. Outside. Convenient. And colors? 9 of them. From volcanic orange to shadow blue to pearl white to titanium metallic. There's a color for every personality. Open the door and the first thing that hits you is space. It feels airy. It feels open. The dashboard is dominated by a massive screen. We're talking a 16.1-inch central display powered by a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. But the real party piece is the Quanjing display, the panoramic display that stretches across the entire width of the dashboard. 3 screens in one, all customizable. The seats up front offer a zero-gravity position. You can recline, relax, watch something on the screen. The passenger gets a vanity mirror with adjustable color temperature lighting, warm light or cold light, depending on your mood. Here's something quirky. Xiaomi put magnets throughout the cabin, 9 of them. You can attach accessories, buttons, holders, anything from the Xiaomi store. Want a physical button for something? Stick it on a magnet. Want a phone holder? Magnet. It's like the car is also a platform. The center console hides a refrigerator, 2 wireless charging pads, each 80 watts with cooling fans so your phone doesn't melt, 2 cup holders, storage everywhere. Rear seats? They recline, up to 135 degrees. And there's a small touchscreen in the back to control climate. The panoramic roof, music. The roof itself is smart glass. You can change its opacity from clear to tinted electronically. This is an SUV, so practicality matters. The rear seats fold down. When they do, you get up to 1,758 liters of space. That's enough for furniture. That's enough for a small apartment move. Even with the seats up, the trunk offers between 600 and 678 liters. And don't forget the frunk, 141 liters up front. That's where you put the groceries, the smelly stuff, the things you don't want mixing with your luggage. Like the SU7, the YU7 comes in multiple flavors. Standard, rear-wheel drive, Pro, and Max, both all-wheel drive. The Standard uses a single V6 S Plus motor on the rear axle, producing 315 horsepower. 0 to 60 in about 5.8 seconds. Range, 835 kilometers. The Pro gets 2 motors, 489 horsepower all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. Range drops slightly to 770 kilometers, but you gain performance. The Max? This is the monster. 2 Hyper-Engine 5, 8 motors, 681 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. For a 2.5-ton SUV, that's violent. The battery in the Max is a 101.7 kilowatt-hour ternary lithium unit. The Standard and Pro use LFP batteries with 96.3 kilowatt-hours. Charging is fast across the range. The Max can go from 10 to 80% in as little as 12 minutes. The others take about 21 minutes. That's 800-volt architecture doing its job. But here's what reviewers actually say about driving it. I read a first-hand account from someone who drove the YU7 in winter conditions. Snow, ice, the works. Their take? It handles better than a Tesla Model Y. More controlled, more planted. The air suspension is adaptive. It uses AI to read the road ahead and adjust damping in real time. In comfort mode, it floats. In sport mode, it stiffens up and holds the body flat through corners. For a big SUV, that's impressive. So, here we are. 2 cars, 1 company, And a question that nobody asked 5 years ago: is Xiaomi the most interesting car company in the world right now? Think about the timeline. March 2021, they announced they're thinking about cars. December 2023, they showed the SU7. March 2024, deliveries start. May 2025, the YU7 launches. January 2026, the YU7 is the best-selling EV in China, beating the Tesla Model Y. 22 months to deliver 600,000 vehicles. That's not a startup, that's a rocket ship. And the cars themselves? They're not compromises. They're not good for a first attempt. They're genuinely competitive products. The SU7 handles like a sports sedan. The YU7 offers luxury interior space with technology that actually works, and both undercut their European and American rivals on price by significant margins. Why aren't they in the US? Politics, tariffs, fear, the usual reasons. But in China, in Europe, in Asia, these cars are already reshaping the market. Xiaomi proved something: that building a great car isn't magic. It's engineering, it's design, and it's understanding what people actually want. They took their experience with consumer electronics, the supply chains, the software, the ecosystem, and applied it to automobiles. The result? Two of the most compelling electric vehicles you can buy today. Whether you can buy them depends on where you live, but the message is clear. The future of the car industry might not come from Detroit. It might not come from Stuttgart. It might come from a company that used to be known for making phones that cost $200. That's it for this deep dive. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Subscribe if you want more stories about the cars that actually matter. See you in the next one.